So I spent some time thinking, like in the current RTA season, we will find a lot of the Lulu and Canal picks in the RTA game. Why don't we try to think something different to counter these units by Zaiross? Hello guys, welcome to Two Noobs Summon the Cast channel. Today I have some thoughts about one of the good unit that may be the good counters to Lulu, Kano, and another monster unit that they require like the skill with high cooldown. Actually, one of the things that I'm trying these units because the first thing first is that Zaiross they have the ability to to increase the cooldown of all skills. And also in order to increase the skill cooldown, it regardless of the glancing ability, which means that once you use the fairy breath to Lulu, so it regardless of the glancing or not, the skill cooldown will be increased anyway. So I think this guy will be the good choice for countering for those like Lulu, Kanao, and many of the units that require the cooldown skill like Sierra. So I try to do some of the experiment, and then we'll show you guys. So basically we will look in the statistics of the Zaiross first. The first one of Zaiross is the attack type monster at level 40. His HP is kind of low. HP is around 9.7 thousand, and also the attack is very high, 911, and also the depth is also low according to his monster type. The speed is also low as well, which means you need to tune a lot of some of the speed into him and need some of the team to support him in terms of increasing his attack bar into the certain point. So his skill, the first one, the fairy breath, attacking all enemies with the fairy breath and put them under the cooldown. This one is the third skill, which is very great. As I mentioned before, that in order to increase the skill cooldown, it regardless of the whether it lands glancing or not, it just only mentioned on when the skill hit the enemy, it will calculate with the resistance and the accuracy directly. So it is a good way to increase the enemy cooldown skill. And also accuracy is one of the good factor of this guy as well. The second one, rank of 5. This one is it will randomly hits the enemy team with the rank of 5, and then it has 25% chance to place on the continuous damage for 3 turns after you fully the skill fully max out. So the activation is around 45%, which is also great, and also the cooldown is kind of short. It's just 3 turns. And also the fairy breath, after fully max out, the cooldown is around 5 turns. It's kind of long cooldown skill, but actually if you can be this guy can be the opener and then increase the enemy cooldown, this rod to be used. And the last one, the fireball, I think this one is the good skill. This one is really great one because to attack the enemy target without landings any debuff, it can be used as the one of the skill that can hit directly. As far as I remember, this skill is the skill that have most of the base attack skill as well. So you can use this against the unit like Juno or any of the enemy units that that can be the bruisers and stuff. His leader skill is not hard bad at all. To increase the attack power of ally monster by 33% in the case that your team requires some of the leader skill. This guy can help in most of the places. And also I think this monster is universal as well. You can also use him in the PvE, PvP, and also the RTA stuff. After Awaken, Zaiross will increase his critical rate by 15%, which is very good. You don't need to do any kind of the crit rate tuning, so it's really great to save some of the rune stats into another thing like the crit damage and stuff. So this one is the PvE rune that I'm using. I'm trying to like to place him like with the most of the damage using Fatal rune and have some and he will have some of the accuracy. He's the great opener of the game. I use him with the in the guild war content and the dungeon things. Okay, we will try to use from the let's see from the arena team first. This is the rush team that I use a lot. I have like Pisama, Tiana as an opener, and also Galleon to do some armor break, and then Zaiross to try to like to wipe the enemy team out. We will see, for instance. So for the first one, we use Wind of Change, and then like the armor break, fairly break. And then yeah, overwhelm from Pisama. We can make like the decent damage from here. Do some armor break, and then like we can use like the rain of fire. So this one have the potentially chance to like to land some of the dots and do some decent damage as well. As you can see in each hit, it's around like 5,000 damage to enemy team, and also used as a rush team as well. Evenly like even if you if you don't have like Tiana, you can also like try to use some other other like Julie or no I mean like the five Piero. She's also great for the buff removal as well. So this time we will try to use it with Clara as well. The good thing of the Clara as compared to Tiana is that Clara have like the better base speed as well. However, Tiana is kind of the her skill is guaranteed to remove all of the debuff and also can increase the attack bar of the team. By the way, if you don't have Tiana, Clara is also one of the good choice for this one as well. Let's see. You can also use the Wheel of Fire and then have a potentially chance to like to land some of their stuns onto the enemy team. However, if you got the bad luck, these things cannot work. Oh man, Pisama of the enemy team is like have a high attack rate. Alright. So after we do some of the skill tests, we also I also use Zaiross in most of the plays as well. Like in the Trial of Ascensions, he is also great with many of the team. For example, I'm using this one in order to like to clear most of the wave. He is also great to clear some of the floor that the enemy required to use like the skill which with cooldown. For example, for Xian, like the water joker one. So we can use like the Zaiross to increase their skill cooldown, and then they cannot land bombs or like revive again. So this is save some of the time to like when you climbing the towers. For the RTA game, like I try to like to put Zaiross into the team. Actually, for most of the runes, I try like two set of runes. The first one I try to place him on stun, and the second one I try to move the rune from Okeonos into him, because like one of the thing that make me feel dizzy a lot like most of the time is that I have the high quality rune put into Okeonos, but I haven't used him for most of the games now. So one other thing I think like for now the position that I still need is the position that to make CC to the game, which is like better than Okeonos. As of now, you will see that Karnal like steal the show from Okeonos. And then like one other thing that I'm thinking is that how do I replace my the Okeonos into the team. So I think Zaiross can take like this spotlight instead of the Okeonos, because like in my team I already got like the strippers level. For example, I got like the we got Sean Pong, I got like hairgun and also another of the strippers, for example Valentis and stuff. So I think I can use Zaiross to do some kind of the CC things after these stripper units, and I will show you how it got. So if we look into the rune, so I make him like the bruisers, and then like make him a bit tanky, and also he also got like some of the accuracy to ensure that his skill can land like to increase the cooldown from like Lulu, Karnal, and many of the enemy team. But please note that I haven't used this to climb my current RTA ranking yet. It is in the experiment, but just to want to share some of the idea that whether it works in some of the dimension of the game if you have these units. So if we look into the runes, it's something like this. We got like I try to place him like for the violent one. I think if we are after the experiment, I think to use him as the despair one, he can land stun as well, which is like not half bad at all. It's a very sexy one as well after the test. And also, as you can see, I place him to have some of the additional damage from the skill, because like his second skill is like it can land like the multiple hit as well, which is not half bad at all. And also he can increase the cooldown of the enemy team. We will take a look into the replay how this thing goes out. But I would like to remark that first that Zaiross is like the unit to like to attack against like the enemy team which like have the high cooldown skills. However, if you are like attacking to the bruiser like many of the units that does not require the cooldown, it's not a good idea to put this guy in. So in some of the game, he is like one of the units that make the enemy frostband as well. This is one of the example. So here, as you can see, I have two strippers, and also I place Zaiross as the last pick. So the enemy like forcefully ban these units because he can like increase the cooldown of the skill. So it is some kind of the things that they need to put the caution a lot. So this is one of the example how I use Zaiross in the game. As you can see, so I can land like most of the cooldown increase to the team. So the enemy team like they are struggling with like using some of the skill through the game. So this kind of the stopper step where like as you can see, even like Hagang or Kyonos, they require some of the cooldown time to like to get back. With this, so we can have like the potentially chance to like to offend them, for example. So this another one. And then I start like to land the bombs, and then like increase the skill cooldown time. So as you can see, the enemy has been cut down their skill, so they need like much more time to like to recover the skill cooldown as well. So with this thing, I think like Zaiross is not half bad choice for this thing. And also, as you can see, I'm trying to like to use the second skill, and then with multi hits, it also works great with the multi hit artifact as well, with like not the bad damage at all. This is another game, but it's kind of not so smooth, but it's also great as an example. So the enemy team try to start with Sierra, so I follow by the CC team and stuff. I will let him like to start first, and then follow by Zaiross. So they need to aware like a lot of the units like M Bison and also my Win, my Sean Pong, as well as Zaiross as well. But with glancing lands on the head of the Zaiross, they don't care much, because like his third skill is also it does not depending the cooldown increase effect on the glancing things. So let's see how it works. Fairy Break. You can see that he can still lance like the cooldown increase as well, which is still half good. So now I can cut down the enemy like the skill, and then like it's time for me to like to counter back to them. It's allowed like 1000 for each hit for the second skill, which is like not half bad at all. And the enemy try to use the enemy to like to recover things up, but it's not in time. Like most like all of their all his team, the skills are running out. And I have a good news that my guild Absolute Void we advanced to round 2 of the Siege tournament in global server. I would like to appreciate all of the guild members who are trying super hard. We are like on standby like in my time I stay up early like 5 a.m. To like to take a hit for the Siege tournament battle. And also I would like to thanks to our rival guild Phantoma. They are like they are the toughest rival. We are taking like a lot of things to like to change the situation of the Siege tournament by like a minute by minutes. Thank you so much. And yeah, we are trying to go further in the Siege tournament. The next batch maybe like Mithril. We were trying super hard to like fight with them again. And that's pretty much it for the Zaiross level. In the current season, you will find a lot of the units that have like their high cooldown skills. For example, Molong, Lulu, and then also Karnal. If you can use like Zaiross to like to start after the stripper and then use the fairy break to increase the cooldown skill, your game will be much easier. So I think like this review, I just try to like to find a way to counter the games that the meta causes to the current season. And if you have any idea or any thoughts of any other units that you think like they will be useful, please put in the comment down below so I can like it can like to increase my gameplay ability and like to see the whole picture. How do I counter all of these units more effectively? And that's pretty much for today. Thank you so much, and don't forget to subscribe if you think that this kind of content is useful. And then see you in the next video. Bye bye.